Hello and welcome to the Brutal Iron Gym podcast, where our goal is to cut through the BS and deliver the brutal truth about topics related to health and happiness. Today's podcast is number 1342. The topic is mindset, and the title is Giving Up Ice Cream for a Year. What? So I actually did do this one time. And I want to tell a little bit of the story why, and then kind of what I learned from it. In the early years of owning the gym, I worked a lot, and that is an understatement. I would train people face-to-face for about 10 to 12 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and then 5 to 6, maybe even 7 hours on Saturday. So it was a lot of face-to-face time, a lot. Like 50 to 60 hours of face-to-face. Then I would have my own workout, and then I would go home to eat, and sometimes I wouldn't go home. I'd just stay at the gym and eat. But some nights I would cook like steak and rice while falling asleep. I've actually fallen asleep standing up while cooking several times in my life. Some nights I would order pizza. I ended up befriending a local pizza shop owner in town. Shout out to Chris, and thank you so much for the early years. I was able to get some pizza, which was great. And then some nights I'd have ice cream. Now, the ice cream nights always bugged me a little bit because I knew it wasn't the best source of food for what I needed. I was only choosing it because I was lazy. So typically I would train clients starting around 7 in the morning to noon, so that's 5 hours. And I would try to have like a protein shake or something beforehand, but I didn't get up early enough to really cook anything substantial. Sometimes a bagel, sometimes protein shake. It was kind of a hodgepodge mess of something. And then I would drink, I'd have a protein shake mixed with oats pre-made, and I would drink that in between clients. So somewhere between those 5 hours of clients, I would, as I transitioned from one client to another client, I would say, like, hold on, I'll be right back, I have to go to the bathroom. And I would go chug a protein shake in the bathroom. And then at noon, I would go to Moe's Southwest Grill, and I would get a 1,200 calorie burrito called the Home Wrecker, and I would eat that, take about a 20 to 30 minute nap in my car, and then I would go train clients from 2 till 7 p.m., sometimes 8 p.m. Then I would train myself. So sometimes I would get about an hour workout in, sometimes an hour and a half. That's what I love. So even though I was dead tired from being on my feet for 10 to 12 hours a day, I would still train. Then I had to write client programs. I had to clean the gym. I had to do business stuff. So I really wasn't usually done with my day until around midnight, maybe 1 p.m. And since I had to get up at 6 in the morning, sometimes I'd sleep at the gym because that way it would allow me to sleep in a little bit later. If I went home, I had to get up earlier because I had to account for driving back to the gym. If I just slept at the gym, I was already at the gym, so it saved me time to travel home, saved me time in the morning, so I'd usually just get more sleep. So I would just sleep on the floor of my office, which is basically just carpet on concrete, but it felt amazing at the end of the day. So I would go get the pizza, I would eat it in my office, sleep, and then get up at like 6:50, just early enough to get the wrinkles out of my face before I train my client at 7. So I did that for years, and good Lord, I'm thankful in the back end of it, but definitely wasn't thankful during it. But as I mentioned, some nights, instead of getting the pizza, some nights instead of cooking steak and rice, I'd be lazy and I'd get ice cream. Well, as I said, it wasn't really a useful food. It had a lot of calories, but had very little protein, had tons of sugar, and sometimes it upset my stomach, and then I'd have to get up early in the morning to deal with that before my clients would come in, because if I was training for 5 hours in a row, you can't excuse yourself to go to the bathroom. So from 7 in the morning till noon, everything had to be taken care of, and then from 2 in the afternoon till 7 p.m., everything had to be taken care of. So I chose ice cream because it was a comfort food. It was a comfort choice. It was quick, it was easy, it was cheap. It was about 1,000 calories for like $4 or $5, and it tasted good. It wasn't what was best for me long term. It's just something I wanted in the immediate moment to make me feel better. But then I would immediately feel bad afterwards. So one night I bought ice cream. As I was walking back out to my car, I got pissed off at myself, and I threw the ice cream away. Brand new ice cream, just paid for it, and I said a lot of things that I would never say to any other human being, but I said them to myself, and I threw the ice cream away, and I decided to stop being lazy. I thought to myself is I know what ice cream tastes like. I've had it a million times. And lately, every time I've had it, I've regretted having it. So why the hell do I keep choosing it? I keep choosing it because I'm lazy. So I made a deal with myself. I decided not to eat ice cream for a whole year. I wanted to feel in control of my urges, in control of my choices, in control of my life. I didn't want ice cream to control me. So, I was done. I said, no ice cream, whole year, that's it, done. I gave myself only two choices, either make my own food or get pizza. So the only lazy-ass choice I could do was pizza. Otherwise, I had to make my own food. That was it. Those were the only choices, nothing else. So how did I do? As I said at the beginning, I actually did pretty well. So I didn't eat ice cream for a whole year. I was able to accomplish that. But there were nights, many nights, that I would walk through the ice cream aisle and I would actually look at the different flavors and try to remember what they taste like. So yes, I was a creepy weirdo just standing for 25 minutes in the ice cream aisle. I would look at chocolate and try to remember, okay, I like chocolate. I remember what chocolate tastes like. Then I'd look at this other flavor and I'd think through that one. And I remember thinking of myself as I thought through the flavors, well, okay, you know what they taste like. But what does success taste like? What will having maybe six-pack abs taste like? What will having control over my urges taste like? And which taste do I want more? The one that tastes good for 5 minutes but then makes me hate myself for hours and days? Or the one that I hate making for 5 minutes but I feel proud of myself for hours and days? That's the decision I had every night. And I remember having to remake that damn decision on many, many, many occasions. Some nights were easier, some nights were harder, but eventually the harder nights were less and less often. They weren't completely gone, they're just less often. So what I learned from that self-challenge and many other ones that I've done to myself over the years is, number one, I can do it if I want to do it. I believe in myself. I believe in my ability to discipline myself. Maybe it's for a day. Maybe it's for 3 days. Maybe it's for a week. You can't go right to a year right away or right to the rest of your life right away. Sometimes you just have to make it 24 hours. If you're successful for 24 hours and you mess up, that's fine. Reset the clock. See if you can make it for another 24 hours. If you mess up, reset the clock. See if you can make it again. You just keep retesting yourself, resetting the clock, and over time you try to stretch that time out. But I believe in myself. I believe in my ability to do it. I'm a tough person. I've done some tough things in my life. You are a tough person. You have done some tough things in your life. I can do it. You can do it. We can do it. Number two, is my want to strong enough? So number one is I can do it if I want to. Number two is my want to strong enough? Have I created all of the reasons why this is important to me? Have I written them all down, big, small, something that seems overblown, but it actually is somewhat important? Write them all down. What's my want to? What's my why? Why do I want to do this? Number three, what will I do instead? There is a reason why you're making that bad choice. You're getting something from it. Try to figure out what that is. For me, it was convenience. I just wanted something that was convenient. Well, the pizza's convenient. I can do the pizza. Well, I did like something sweet. Well, I didn't really give myself a something instead for that. I kind of made a choice to myself is, I think that's something that I want to challenge myself to not replace. I'll replace the convenience because that is an actual factor that, I can't go home and cook for 40 minutes to eat every night. Some nights I wasn't getting done with clients' programs till 2 or 3 in the morning, or cleaning the gym until 2 or 3 in the morning, and I had to get up in 3 hours. I wasn't going to make myself do something that would hurt me. I did need a convenient choice, so the pizza was that. But did I need to replace the sweetness? I challenged myself and see if I could do without it. And then number 4 is I'd rather suffer short term than long term. So when faced with tough choices now, tempting choices now, choices that I know I shouldn't make, I ask myself, if I make this choice, when will I suffer? Will I suffer now because I don't get to do it, but then be good afterwards? Or will I suffer later because I did it to feel good now, but then I suffer later? So the 4th thing I learned, my number 4 is, I'd rather suffer now. So when you're trying to change a habit, when you're trying to see if you can, the equivalent of not eat ice cream for a year, whatever that is for you, tell yourself these 4 things. Number 1, I can do it if I want to. Believe in yourself. Try to go an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Build up to 24 hours. Build up to 2 days, 3 days, a week. Build up to 2 weeks. You can do it. Use short-term steps to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You can do this. Number 1, tell yourself, I can do it if I want to. Number 2, is my want to strong enough? List all of the reasons why you should make the better choice. And keep it in mind. Keep it on the home screen of your phone. Put it, on a note card in your wallet or purse. Pin it on the fridge. Pin it on a door. Pin it on the bathroom mirror. Put it somewhere you can see it. Out of sight, out of mind. Don't let it out of your sight. List every single freaking reason why you should make that better choice. And keep it in front of your damn face at all times. Number 3, what will I do instead? Understand that you're making that choice for something. You want some kind of benefit from it. So ask yourself, why do I do it? Why am I doing it? Don't be like, well, just because I'm an idiot. Yeah, okay. You can move past that. Let's dig a little deeper. So what are you getting from that choice? And then what can I do to give me the same things, but it's a better choice? So as I said, for me, it was convenience. I want to give myself something else that's convenient, but it's a better choice. So you have to look into that for you. Why do you do it? What's the benefit? And then can you do something else to get that benefit? Chances are the answer is going to be yes, there is. If you have trouble figuring that out, just email me at brutalirongym@gmail.com and I'll help you out. Number 4, when will I suffer? If you'll suffer after the choice, then don't make it. If you'll suffer by making that choice, that you're denying yourself something, that's probably the better choice, right? So if you'll suffer after the choice, don't make it, do something else instead. Okay? So those are the things I learned by giving up ice cream for a year. It did make me a lot mentally tougher, as well as all the other crazy challenges I've done to myself. But I hope this was just kind of a fun perspective on this type of topic. Cool. Well, I hope you liked it. I hope you get something from it. If you have any questions or if you want any help kind of working through your ice cream issue, just email me at brutalirongym@gmail.com. I'm always happy to help. Well, if you like today's podcast or our podcast in general, please share it. The more people we share it with, the more people can help. You can share it on social media. That's the best way to reach the most amount of people. But also, you can just share it in a conversation. If you hear somebody that has a nutrition question or a training question, tell them to reach out. Our email is brutalirongym@gmail.com. Check out our website, www.brutalirongym.com. Tell them to reach out, and I'll make them a free podcast. Thank you to the patrons of the podcast, the people who financially support the podcast through the Podbean podcast platform. You can sign up there. We also have a donation link on our Instagram homepage, and we have a link on our website. So our website is www.brutalirongym.com. You can sign up there to do just a one-time donation, monthly donation, yearly donation. We appreciate it. The podcast is well over $1,000 a year for hosting costs. I give an hour to it every single day, and we would love to keep this for free. So thank you to everybody who does the financial gifts. It really, really makes a difference. I truly appreciate you. Thank you. If you like the information we share in our podcast, you can find more from us on our social media channels, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube under the name Brutal Iron Gym. If you have any questions, feedback, suggestions, anything that you want to know, let us know at our email, brutalirongym@gmail.com. As always, I hope this was helpful, and thank you for listening.